Everybody, it's Marshmallow here. This is going to be my Bunk'd Season 1 episode 14 review and rundown. I can't remember what episode we're on right now. I just been really far behind. A lot of things have been going on recently. My mom busted her knee, so she really can't walk right now. It's really crazy, so I'm just kind of been helping her a lot. I've been behind on videos, but I did catch up with Agent Carter, Legends, that video's up, and Girl Meets World. So fortunately, those videos are done. I am going to be doing a Justice League video as soon as I'm caught up with everything else. I don't know if there's Supergirl tonight, but if there is, I'll do a video for that tomorrow. But anyway, this is going to be Bunk'd, so let's get on with it. Let's talk about this episode. I really enjoyed this episode. I thought this was really good, not only because the story-wise, I thought the story was pretty interesting this episode. The main story, not the side one. But story-wise, that was really interesting. But acting-wise, that was really interesting, too, of how it kind of played out with the characters. But let's talk about that. So in this episode, basically what happens is that Ravi saves Tiffany's life when she falls off the climbing wall. She has a obsession with Ravi in this episode now. Of course, his, Botox hurts for the rest of the episode, so I guess she buys him a cushion, which is like this big joke that goes throughout the whole episode. But anyway, I really felt like I liked this episode because of the main story. And that's what the main story is in this episode, is like the Ravi, Tiffany, and a little bit of Lou and stuff like that. But anyway, throughout the episode, Tiffany just gets obsessed with Ravi, and Ravi turns to Lou to, kind of find out what to do. He makes up this girl named Symphonique that apparently likes him. And then Symphonique ends up being this, really big buff person. Her name is not really Symphonique, though. It was, kind of like a joke. I thought that was really funny. But anyway, and so Tiffany ends up, turning to Lou also, and Lou tells this really crazy story about her love life. But anyway, it turns into this thing to where Tiffany kind of tries to bait Ravi with this, fake date, I guess you could say. And so she's like, hey, I have this, she say Sweden or German? I can't remember, but she had this, foreign kid apparently in love with her. But anyway, they end up doing this date, and props to Karn Barar. I feel like this was his episode. I feel like Karn Barar was just really good in this episode. Performance wise, I'd have to give him the episode because he did really well. I always try to find out which of the actors are the biggest, mainly because that's the way it's written each episode. Each episode it's written to a certain character's story. Kind of like how even though Luke isn't really a character in the show, they kind of wrote him this big thing. But that was also a Ravi thing too. So I feel like that was written to Karn Barar too, but also a love letter to, the fact that Luke was back. And yeah, but that was just an example. Another example is the Zuri phone episode. That was kind of Emma's episode as well as Zuri's. And so they kind of write to where each character gets their own thing. But I feel like Karn Barar, maybe a little bit of Nina Lou too. Nina Lou plays Tiffany, by the way. Were kind of really good in this episode in terms of writing. But I feel like Karn Barar has always played the chaser and not the chasee in Jesse. As we know, Ravi's not that very good with the ladies. Apparently, that's what the ongoing jokes with Ravi are. So I'm glad that they kind of twisted it into this thing on Bunk'd. I really like that. But anyway, Tiffany was kind of the chaser, and Ravi was kind of the chasee. And you could kind of see how awkward it was. Ravi being this older kid, and Tiffany being younger. And so you kind of saw that through the performance that Karn Barar was giving as what it was written for the episode. So I thought that was really cool too. Overall, I'm not saying this is the best episode of Bunk'd because of the side story. Now, the side story is that Zuri and Jorge left camp. They snuck out of camp to go to the store to buy things, of course. And then Xander and Emma had to go out and chase them. Gladys gets involved. They get into this crazy mix with Gravy from Good Luck Charlie. What if theory time, what if that's actually Gravy? That would be really cool. But I think his name was something else in the episode, though. But anyway, it was really cool to see that, too. And we also see little Timmy, I think his name was. Little Timmy from episode 1 that was kicked out of camp. And he had to sleep out the gates. This is episode 13 or 14. How crazy is that they still have a game? It's 13-something, weeks or whatever. How many episodes we've done right now. But I thought that was really cool, too. In the end, I really liked how they kind of ended off with Ravi and Tiffany. Ravi kind of giving this really awesome speech. And I feel like that was the big acting moment for Karn Barar. I'm interested to see where Karn Barar goes after the show. I think that this is one of the most likely shows that might get canceled this year on Disney. Not saying that it will, not saying that it won't, but I'm saying that it could. So if that happens, I really want Karan Brar to do something a little bit more challenging acting-wise, maybe like movie career or a drama on TV, something that's a little bit more like that we haven't seen him in yet. So I think that would be really interesting too. Or he could just stick to doing like, maybe he could go to Nickelodeon or something. Like, but I don't know if they'd want him or not, and if they had a show for him or not. But he could do something. Maybe he'd get his own show as playing a different character. That would be really interesting too. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think that should happen to all the actors and characters after this show is over? So comment down below. I really liked the episode. What did you guys think? Comment down below as well. Links in there to my other Bunk'd videos. Links in there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and Sim channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.